Shit, I'm proud of what I got. I spent too long hating it and not being proud and being ashamed of just the way that I am, just the way that I was made. Like, whether I got all the eyelashes in the world or none of the eyelashes, these are the lashes I got. So being mad at it is gonna do what other than make me feel bad about myself? Whether I got a flat belly or a flat booty, it's what I got. It's what I was given. Being mad at it is gonna do what? What's it gonna do for me? What's it gonna do other than make me mad about the thing that's naturally who I am or naturally how I look? And actually, only naturally a part of who I am, because this is only the surface. This stuff you see, it's only the surface, period. And that goes for all of us. Those of us who are God's favorite and were bestowed the traits and qualities that are considered to be attractive and desirable and the standard of beauty, and those of us who were not that lucky. That's just the way it goes. What we got is what we got. What we were given is what we were given. We can work with it, we can alter it, we can change it, we can tweak it. But being mad at it does so much more harm than good. Hey boo, this is Nika, and I am pleasantly unbothered. How you doing? Happy New Year, boo! So I was just here doing my makeup, getting all freshened up and beautified, and reflecting on some things, you know, the way that one does around the time of the new year. And I thought we could have a little chat because I feel like you might be able to relate to some of the things that I've been dealing with and experiencing, you know? Do people still get ready with me? I mean, they probably do, right? I don't know, for some reason this just feels like real old school, but I'm cool with that. I don't know about you, but the last few years have not gone the way I expected them to at all. It's like my mom always says, when you plan for life, life plans for you. And I think about that all the time now. As we make plans, life is making plans for us. And what are you gonna do, right? And I'm not complaining because I know that God has been good to me and my family. And although things are never perfect, they could be a lot worse. So we feel incredibly blessed to be here. I'm just saying, like, ever since 2020, which is now like the cursed year, like the year that we shall not speak of or something, my plan or my naive thought that I could adequately plan my life, you know, my plan has been off. And since life has its own plans, I'm like, how effective are our plans anyway, right? So 2020 for me started with me having knee surgery and knowing that I was going to be out for a while and out of commission while I was recovering and healing and taking care of myself and all that. But the last thing I expected was a global catastrophe to put the whole world out of commission, you know? None of us expected that. And because of that, my career changed unexpectedly. I had to relocate unexpectedly. It felt like my whole life was in limbo. And it was just a really wild ride. And I feel like you might be able to relate to that. Like, we all went through that year together. Obviously, we were all impacted on different levels depending on our situation and our lives, but it was wild. Then I think we were all holding out hope that 2021 would be about getting back to normal and regaining some sense of, I don't know, routine and consistency in our lives, you know, getting back to our lives prior to COVID and the way things were before all of it happened. But at least for me, that was a lot easier said than done. I don't know about you. Hopefully you bounced right back and everything was great. But like, man. But yeah, I was planning on getting back on track with my goals that had to be put on pause when the world got paused. I was planning on getting back to filming more and posting more videos. I was gonna bring back the Confidence Booster Challenge that so many of you loved, and it was gonna be new and improved. And there were just so many ideas. I had so many things I thought I was gonna get done. So I was so hyped for 2021 to come through and, you know, breathe some new life and some progress, you know, to move forward, to get back to accomplishing the things that I had set out for myself, hopefully, and for my future. And then my mom got sick, and I pretty much had to step in as like an unofficial caregiver and like her right hand, basically. So on top of being a single mom, a single working mom, now my mom is needing some help. You know, we are that sandwich generation. Well, maybe not officially, but a lot of us are falling into that age range where we have parents who are aging more rapidly than we might have realized. And now we're faced with figuring that out. Like, I don't even know how else to say it. Like, figuring out what that's gonna look like and how we can navigate all of it while also taking care of ourselves, hopefully, and taking care of children of our own, or, you know, other loved ones who might be in our lives. So as much as I was hoping for some relief in 2021, it just felt like I couldn't catch my breath. Like, there was just so much, you know, so much all at once. And it felt like one thing after the next, like back to back, including 1,000 other things that we don't have time to talk about in this video. But it was really rough. And I think part of it was that my hopes were shattered. I was like, yes, we're out of 2020, that cursed year, we're moving on, things are gonna get better. And then, at least for me, things got more complicated for me and my family. Things got more complicated. And I'm sure it was the same for many other families as well. We just all go through it in different ways, you know? Our complications may come in different shapes and sizes or different parts of our lives, but none of us have it easy. Like, life is just living is hard, y'all. It's worth it, in my opinion, but it's hard. Like, it is a hard thing. So then by the time 2022 rolled around, I was like, bet, this is gonna be my year. 22 is my favorite number. I was claiming it. This is the year that I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go after all the things I've always wanted, all the things that I held myself back from, all the things that I had self-doubt about, or that I thought I wasn't good enough to do, or whatever. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna take a step forward. I'm gonna let it be known, you know, like I'm really gonna make this my year. And I gotta say, 2022 did turn out to be quite a year, you know? I feel like a lot of growth happened for me and in my life based on the things I've been doing and working on and implementing. I've done things that I never thought I'd be able to do before, or that I never thought was possible for me. I've tried things. I've taken chances, I've taken risks. I've really tried to make like every moment count. That was my goal, to make every moment count. And although I'm incredibly proud of the progress that I've made, I gotta say, like, I guess the progress is slower than I had hoped for, you know? And in a lot of ways, I was still recovering from the whirlwind of everything that had happened prior, you know, all the other stuff. I was still trying to recover. And so, you know, I really can't be too frustrated with slow progress, because progress is progress and it's better than nothing, you know. Slow and steady wins the race, or whatever. And so I'm grateful for progress, period, because I know that's a blessing. And I know that as wild as things were and as wild as things got over those months and years, like, there were always a lot of bright spots and happy moments and amazing memories that were made. And so you know, I can't be mad at it. You got to take the good with the bad. Well, the bad with the good, whatever. You got to take them together. So it's like, I'm just thankful that there were good times. And I can only hope the same for you as well. You know, that you've had a lot of happy moments and bright spots in your life, even if you've been in the midst of difficult times. And whatever it is that 2023 may have in store for you, which is hopefully many, many wonderful, amazing things, I just want to encourage you to be kind to yourself and be patient with yourself and show yourself some grace. And I want you to remember that you are exactly where you are meant to be in this moment. That's the realization I had to come to with myself as I was thinking back and, like I said, reflecting. It's like, man, I thought I would have done this by now. I thought I would have gotten to this point by now. But at the same time, it's like, come on, darling, be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself. The world has literally been melting down. And we've been surviving, like we've been working on things. We've been doing our best, okay? We've been doing our best. So even if things don't necessarily work out the way we want, or they don't work out the way we want yet, that's no reason to get down on yourself, you know, or be hard on yourself. And you should totally honor yourself wherever you are in your journey for making it to this point, for making it this far. Even if you're just starting off, or even if you're not as far along as you want to be in whatever it is that you're hoping to accomplish and achieve, like, we made it here to this moment. We are here for a reason. Being here is a privilege because not everybody gets to be. And this moment has never existed before. And this moment will never exist again. Like, let me know if I'm getting too deep. Let me know if I'm preaching. But I feel like we need to honor ourselves and honor our journey and keep taking those steps forward. That's going to help us get to where we want to be without putting a crazy amount of pressure on ourselves or working ourselves to the point of exhaustion or burnout or whatever the case is. As long as we keep taking those steps, the correct steps in the direction of our dreams, of what we want, we're gonna get there. It's gonna happen. And although things may not happen in exactly the timeline we might have in mind for ourselves, like, sometimes our dreams just need more time to come to fruition. Sometimes our goals are just baking for a little bit longer, you know? And so things may not work out exactly the way we envision it, or on the exact, like, right, perfect timeline that we had in mind for ourselves. It just may not go that way. Some things are just gonna take as long as they take, and that's just that on that. So whatever your goals may be, just keep going. Don't stop trying. Don't be too hard on yourself if you didn't accomplish what you set out to do in 2022 or the year before that or the year before that. You know, sure, hold yourself accountable, absolutely. But being hard on yourself, being down on yourself, thinking negative thoughts about yourself, calling yourself names, thinking mean things about yourself, bullying yourself up in here, none that's necessary or welcome, by the way. You're not allowed to do any of that around here. And if you're reflecting like I am, I hope that you have lots of memories to look back on that have made you smile or that brought you joy, and that there are lots of things that you feel thankful for. I know I do. And I try not to complain because there's so much to be grateful for that it's like, man, what do I have to complain about? There are times that I might have a complaint or two, but for the most part, I'm like, look, I'm blessed. What can I say? I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for how far I've come in my life and in my journey with rediscovering and finding who I am and creating who I am. And let me tell you, your girl has come a long way, a long, long way. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be talking quite a bit about that in next week's video. I was feeling real chatty when I filmed that video for whatever reason, so I hope I didn't overshare. But in that video, I'm basically talking about how So many of the issues that I've had with the men I've dated have stemmed from the fact that I just didn't love myself and I didn't know how to accept myself the way that I was. I was and I am a fat girl and a black girl, and I was conditioned to believe that I wasn't good enough because of my shape, because of my size, because of my weight, because of my hair, because of my skin, and because of the way I looked, basically. Everything about me was a problem. Everything about me was wrong, or the opposite of what it was supposed to be like to be considered beautiful or pretty or deserving or lovable or attractive. And so with some of the men that I dated, I would allow myself to be treated any kind of way because I was so eager to have someone to love and someone to love me. And I truly did not know that I deserved better than that. Better than the scraps that some of these men were willing to give. Anyway, don't get me started on that. We're gonna be talking about that next week. And we're also gonna be doing a little bit of cooking. We're gonna do some grocery shopping. We're gonna pick my daughter up from school together. So, we're just gonna be spend the day together and talking about some things, I'm pretty much done with my makeup. I think I might do something to my hair. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and interlock maybe just the front row of my hair or something. Do a little hair catfishing. Make it look done, but not really have it be done. It might require more than just the first row though to pull that off. I have quite a bit of new growth and just some fuzzy bits that need to be addressed. But for today, I want to just freshen up the front section. Basically the part that people gonna see. I'm not even gonna front, like the part that's gonna be visible. The rest is none of your business. The rest you don't need to be concerned about, okay? All right, okay, as long as we're on the same page. Nobody don't gotta get hurt. All right, so I just did a quick little touch up on my hair, added some earrings, changed my outfit, and I'm ready to go basically. A little mascara. That's what we can use. That's what we can use. I got big old eyes. They're one of my favorite assets, right? But if I'm not careful, all this foundation and powder and stuff can really make the eyes like fade away. And my lashes, which I love my lashes too. I'm proud of I'm proud of what I got. I spent too long hating it and not being proud and being ashamed of just the way that I am, just the way that I was made. Like, whether I got all the eyelashes in the world or none of the eyelashes, these are the lashes I got. So being mad at it is gonna do what other than make me feel bad about myself? Whether I got a flat belly or a flat booty, it's what I got. It's what I was given. So being mad at it is gonna do what? It's gonna do what, I say. What's it gonna do other than make me mad about the thing that's naturally who I am or naturally how I look? And actually only naturally a part of who I am, because this is only the surface. This stuff you see, it's only the surface, period. And that goes for all of us. Those of us who are God's favorite and were bestowed the traits and qualities that are considered to be attractive and desirable and the standard of beauty, and those of us who were not that lucky. But that's just the way it goes. What we got is what we got. What we were given is what we were given. We can work with it, we can alter it, we can change it, we can tweak it. But being mad at it does so much more harm than good. And sometimes the hardest thing in the world to do is to accept it, is to just take it in and be like, you know what? I got big eyes. You know what? I got a big belly. You know what? My belly is bigger than my booty. Why, Lord, why? And then you move on because it's just reality. It's what it is, It's just what it is. And the longer we obsess over it, the longer we're wasting time, the longer we're wasting valuable, precious life that we've been given. So that's that on that, just saying. Who would have thought that a discussion about mascara would get so real and lead to so much truth? Can I get an amen? All right, we ready to go. Got my Fitbit, got my Pandora bracelet, got my Enjoy the Journey bracelet, some hoops. The hair is hairing, the shirt is ruffling. And we ready to go. See you next time, babe. Bye. And I really want to see you in that next video, okay? Don't play with me. You better come back. You better come back. So I thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you can relate to anything I said, or if you just enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, leave anything you gotta say down in the comments below. Do you want to tell me Happy New Year's? I mean, it would be good manners. That's what our parents taught us, right? And if you don't want to miss next week's video, you're gonna want to subscribe and maybe even turn on the notifications so that you can be alerted when it's released. Or you can even join my email list and I'll let you know when the video goes live. You'll just click the link that's in the description box below, enter your email address, and I'll be able to let you know about all the new and exciting things. And guess what, boo? You're gonna be the first to know, all right? I'm just saying. Do you like the scoop or not? Like, do you or not? You do. You do. So like I said, thank you for watching, boo. I hope you're good and that you have a fabulous 2023. And I really hope that I see you in next week's video, okay? Cool? Cool. Bye. That's much. All the girls. Let me hear you say this is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. No shame if that's still how you remember how to spell bananas. Learning is learning. Doesn't matter where it happens.